What's up, wrestling fans? My name is Bigboysnacksjonnytv, aka What Kind of Snacks You Want, because I got plenty to go around. This is my WWE NXT review on highlights, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please will watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end, because I'm on the road to 10K and becoming a YouTube partner. Follow my social media down below in the description, and go check out my WWE World Review and highlights I posted on the channel that I did yesterday. Alright, without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Alright. WWE NXT was live from Orlando, Florida, and Performance Center. Commentary tonight: Vic Joseph, Booker T, and Corey Graves. Quick match results: Number 1, NXT North American Champion All Ego Page defeated Ricky Saints with a twisted grin. Match card number 2: Mike Santana defeated Tavion Heights with a spin the block pinfall. Number 3, Jada Parker defeated Tatum Paxley. Number 4, Jasper Troy defeated Dante Chen in a Black Hole Slam. And number 5, NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne defeated Stephanie McCure to become your new NXT Women's Champion. As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, by the way, I just want to let you guys know that. Alright, so we get the first match. So we get the video package of WWE Battleground 2025 recap. We start off with highlights from WWE NXT Battleground. Alright, so we get the NXT North American Championship, All Ego Ethan Page versus Ricky Saints. In this match right here, this was a good match, but one thing I do not like about doing this match, it was the referee and the security guards always breaking it up. Let Ricky Saints and Ethan Page fight for the NXT North American Championship. Alright, but this was a good match in my opinion. Alright, it says Ethan Page and Ricky Saints don't wait for the introduction, and Ethan Page throws the first punch. Security comes into the ring to hold the man apart during the introduction. The referee starts the match, and they exchange punches. Ricky Saints with an Irish whip and a hip lock takedown. Ricky Saints with another hip lock takedown into a side headlock. Ethan Page with the head scissors and Ricky Saints escape. Ethan Page with a side headlock takedown. Ricky Saints backs Ethan Page into the corner, but Ethan Page would punch in the corner. Ricky Saints with a back elbow. Ethan Page with a kick that is blocked. Ricky Saints with a kick and Ethan Page with a back body drop. Ricky Saints gets to the apron to avoid Eagle's Edge, and Ethan Page is sent over the top rope. Ricky Saints with a kick, and they go to the floor. Ethan Page Irish whips Ricky Saints into the ring steps. Ethan Page gets a chair, and security stops him. Triple security stops Ethan Page as well. Ricky Saints is held back. Now that's the part I did not like. Why were security and referees out there? I don't know, but it is what it is. Ava comes out and she says there has to be a clear winner. Alright. Ethan Page and Ricky Saints with punches on the floor. Ricky Saints goes under the bottom rope and he hits a clothesline from Ethan Page. Ricky Saints sends Ethan Page into the apron. Ricky Saints sends Ethan Page into the ring. Ricky Saints with a double sledge to the back. To the back. Ricky Saints sends Ethan Page into the turnbuckles. Ricky Saints with a chop and he mocks Ethan Page. Ricky Saints with another chop. Ethan Page sends Ricky Saints into the turnbuckles and he chops and punches Ricky Saints. Ethan Page with more chops. Ricky Saints with a clothesline and he sends Ethan Page to the floor. Ricky Saints with a punch to the midsection. They exchange punches in the crowd. Ricky Saints with punch and chops. Security pulls Ethan Page and Ricky Saints out of the crowd. They punch security and Ricky Saints spears Ethan Page into the announcer table. I like how Ricky Saints and Ethan Page punch security. Now that was a good highlight right there for me. They punch security and Ricky Saints spears Ethan Page into the announcer table. Ricky Saints punches Ethan Page and Ethan Page punches Ricky Saints back while the announcers try to save themselves. The funny part about that, Booker T almost fell out of his chair. That part was so funny that Booker T almost fell out of his chair. Alright. But anyway, the referee tells them to get back into the ring. Ethan Page with a cutter onto a chair. That was a brutal spot right there. When Ethan Page hit a cutter hit a cut onto Ricky Saints, and he landed on the chair, throat, neck first. That was a brutal spot right there. But anyway, let me continue. The referee checks on Ricky Saints while Ethan Page returns to the ring. Ricky Saints makes his way back to the ring. Ethan Page with the All Eagles Edge for a near fall. Ethan Page punches Ricky Saints. The referee warns Ethan Page, but there is no disqualification. Ricky Saints backs Ethan Page into the corner, and Ricky Saints with punches. The referee pulls Ricky Saints out of the corner, and Ethan Page with a palm starts to the throat. Ethan Page punches Ricky Saints. They exchange forearms and punches. Ricky Saints with an uppercut and Ethan Page with a super kick. Ethan Page picks up Ricky Saints and Ricky Saints counter with a DDT. Ricky Saints with a clothesline and a second one. Ricky Saints with an overhead belly to belly suplex followed by a reverse DDT for a near fall. Ethan Page with a clothesline for a near fall. Ethan Page goes for the Eagle's Edge, but Ricky Saints escapes and connects with a forearm. Ricky Saints goes for the wish elbow, but Ethan Page gets to the apron. Ethan Page sends the top rope into Ricky Saints' throat, followed by a cutter for the 3 count. The winner by pinfall and your new NXT North American champion, All Eagle Ethan Page. Um, this was a good match. All right, backstage, fatal influence. All right, Sarah is with Jacy Jayne for Jacy Jayne following Haley and Jasmine Nick. Jacy Jayne says they will get it done and get a title match. All it took was her slapping the taste out of Stephanie Kerr's mouth. Following Haley just said she should be in the match since Jacy Jayne lost to Stephanie McCure the last time they met. Jacy Jayne says Following Haley lost the women's North American title to Stephanie McCure. Jacy Jayne says if Following Haley wants to be at ringside with her, she can. Alright. Video package. Mike Santana. Mike Santana says he has waited 16 years to get here. He says he is the standard of TNA. He says he thrives in these trenches. If you come at me, you better get the job done. All right, so we go backstage. Josh Rich and Yosuke and Amara. Josh Briggs and Yosuke Amara are in the locker room, and Josh Briggs gives him back his vest. Yosuke Amara says he's come back for Josh. Josh says he is happy. Amara comes back. Amara says they have things to accomplish. Josh says the tag titles. Yosuke Amara says more. Josh Briggs says they take care of the calling and win the tag titles. Yosuke Amara says even bigger. All right, so we get the second match. So we get Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights. This was a fantastic match. All right, they lock up and Tavion with a waist lock takedown. Tavion with another waist lock takedown. Mike Santana with a front face lock, and Tavion Heights with a reverse, and they have more reversals. Tavion Heights with a waist lock, and Mike Santana with a side headlock. Tavion Heights does now move on a shoulder tackle. Mike Santana with a drop kick. Tavion Heights sends Mike Santana to the apron. Mike Santana gets back into the ring and hits a springboard crossbody. Tavion Heights with a hip block takedown, and then he goes to the floor when Mike Santana drops down. Mike Santana with Mike Santana with a flip dive onto Tavion Heights. Mike Santana sends Tavion Heights into the ring, and he hits an elbow. Mike Santana with a face plant and a back senton for a near fall. Mike Santana sets for a suplex, and Tavion Heights blocks it. Tavion Heights goes for a delayed vertical suplex, but Mike Santana with a knee to escape. Tavion Heights with a German suplex, and he gets a near fall. Tavion Heights gets another near fall. Tavion Heights gets another near fall. Mike Santana counters a suplex with one of his own, and he holds on for one more, and then he hits a third Amigos for a near fall. Tavion Heights with a punch and forearms. Mike Santana with a headbutt and snap mirror followed by a drop kick to the back of the head for a near fall. Tavion Heights runs Mike Santana into the turnbuckles and connects with shoulders. Mike Santana with a knee and a chop. Mike Santana with another chop. Tavion Heights avoids a chop and he connects with a chop. Mike Santana chops back. Tavion Heights comes back for the corner with a running clothesline. Tavion Heights with a forearm and a clothesline against the ropes. Tavion Heights with another clothesline against the ropes. Tavion Heights with a side headlock. Tavion Heights catches Mike Santana with Mike Santana, but Mike Santana kicks Tavion Heights. Tavion Heights rolls through and gets Mike Santana up, but Mike Santana with a sunset flip for a near fall. Tavion Heights with a gut wrench suplex for a near fall. Tavion Heights with a reverse chin lock. Tavion Heights with a forearm and Mike Santana with a kick and uppercut. Tavion Heights with a clothesline in the corner. Mike Santana with the Irish whip and chop in the corner. Tavion Heights with the Irish whip and Mike Santana flows over. Mike Santana blocks a kick, and he kicks Tavion Heights. Tavion Heights busts over, and Mike Santana rolls into a cutter for a near fall. Mike Santana gets gets Mike Tavion Heights up, but Tavion Heights gets a back to his feet, and he gives Mike Santana an overhead belly to belly throw. Tavion Heights with a flying clothesline and a death volley driver for a near fall. Mike Santana with a super kick. Mike Santana catches Tavion Heights and he hits a sit out gore buster. Mike Santana with the clothesline for the 3 count. The winner of the match, Mike Santana wins by pinfall. This was a good match between Mike Santana and Tavion Heights. This was a good in-ring debut match for Tavion Heights and for Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights. This was a good match between Mike Mike Santana and Tavion Heights. Let's move on. After the match, Mike Santana offers his hand to Tavion Heights, and Tavion Heights shakes it. They hug. All right, so we get a video package. High Rise, with the High Rise. We are back with High Rise, and he said he was part of the team before. He does the connections. Last is the dream change. You can only trust in yourself until the right thing happens. Tariq Eagley and Tyson DuPont, the right people. You have a bond, and that is you have shattered the glass ceiling. Tariq Eagley says they mold together. Wesley says that they will rise. All right, backstage Chase U and Ava. Andre Chase tells Ura and Cal Dixon to slow it down a bit. He says you need to know when the size, the moment, and when to take risks. Connor says they need to take risks. Ura and Cal Dixon ask Ava for a match for next week. Ava says they will be in action against Dark State next week. Alright. Ura says there are 4 of them and 2 of them. Abel points out there are 3. If you and she leaves. Alright. And Andre tries to figure out the right naughty word to say, and he says they are not a team. Alright. So we get a video package. Tony D'Angelo stats Luca Crossfino. We take a look back at footage from Tony D'Angelo and Channing Stats Lorenzo with the return of Luca Crossfino. Backstage, Tony D'Angelo and Luca Crossfino. This was a interesting small package here. Not small package, but backstage segment. Tony is at a table and Luca shows up to sit at the table. Tony D'Angelo says he thought Stats left you in the desert and you like you. I'm sorry. Tony D'Angelo says he thought Stats left you in the desert and you look like you came back from vacation. Lucas said Stacks drove him out further in the desert and left him out. Tony D'Angelo asks Luca why didn't he reach out? Luca says he would have put you at risk. Tony says this doesn't smell right. Luca says he had to come back. Alright. Tony D'Angelo says you dedicated you dedicated to come back at Battleground and you cost him the match. Lucas says that wasn't his intention. Tony D says he doesn't know who to trust. Lucas says he can trust him. Alright. Backstage. Trick Williams. Trick Williams walks in the back. In ring, Trick Williams, Mike Santana, and Santino Morello. This was a good segment between Trick Williams and Mike Santana. This was a good segment. TNA World Champion Trick Williams makes his way to the ring. Trick Williams says Hollywood Trick has finally arrived. He said he is making history for the first time ever, and NXT Superstar is holding TNA Gold. He mentions it's resumed. Trick reminds the crowd that they did for Joe Hendry. He asks if you feel stupid. Trick Williams says, speaking of advances and stupid, why do people have to talk about the line between TNA and NXT? Trick Williams says he is the line because NXT didn't appreciate him. He is going to go to TNA and wear this title. He mentions people who held the TNA champion title, the TNA World title. He says none of them can compare to Trick Williams, especially not to Joe Hendry. Trick Williams says he is turning his Trick Williams says he is turning his back on the people because you turned your back on him. He walks to management and TNA, and they are going to make some changes. The name is going to be the name is going to change, and Trick it's Trick now. All right, Mike Santana comes out. Mike Santana says Trick is the man. It's a main man on the block. He says he's personally want to come out and give Trick props for Sunday. Trick Williams says Mike Santana made his further mistake by interrupting his champion. Mike Santana says Trick isn't his champion. You made a horrible first impression trying to tear down TNA. TNA has been killing the game and gaining momentum. The last thing he is going to do is sit back and someone who carries that flag and sees you tear that down. After everything the locker room did to build the place, that ain't happening. Trick Williams says Mike Santana does not know how things work. Things happen. You have never been beat TNA. You have never been TNA champion. You are the world champion. Then they can call the shots. Mike Santana says Trick Williams make him laugh. People like you piss him the you know what off. Mike Santana reminds Trick Williams that he is a loud and proud Boqua from the Bronx. He has seen people like Trick Williams come and go. Mike Santana says Trick is the pretender. He is a pretender fighter and pretender rapper who with those high heels and tight, tight pants on. That part was funny by Mike Santana. After Sunday, you are a pretending you are a pretending champion. Mike Santana says he is the illest that you have come across. He says he would be the one that takes the TNA World Title from you. Trick Williams tells Mike Santana to keep stepping up to him, and he will fall. He will kick. He will kick his you know what. Santino Marella shows up on the Titantron, and he congratulates Trick Williams on winning the title. He will be a fighting champion. Next week, you will defend the TNA title against Mike Santana. Sign me up to see that match. All right. Trick Williams holds up the title belt as Mike Santana offers his hand. Trick Williams walks away and he tries to punch Mike Santana, but Mike Santana knows what is coming, and he punches Trick Williams and sends Trick Williams to the floor. Mike Santana holds up the title belt. All right, that was a good promo by Trick Williams and Mike Santana. Sign me up to see Mike Santana versus Trick Williams for the TNA World Champion. Sign me up to see that match, and I cannot wait. Backstage, Stephanie Bakura and Ava and Lola Vice. All right, Ava tells Stephanie Bakura that she will be in a tag match against Dells and Chick Tormenta, and Stephanie Bakura needs a tag partner. Lola Vice says she will be Stephanie Bakura's partner. All right, so we get Jada Parker versus Tatum Paxley. This was a decent match. They lock up and Jada Parker backs Tatum into the corner, and Jada Parker pushes Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley pie face Jada Parker, and Jada Parker with a shoulder tackle. Tatum Paxley with a roll up on their fall. Tatum Paxley with a butterfly suplex, and she sends Jada Parker into the turnbuckles. Tatum Paxley avoids being sent into the turnbuckles, and Jada Parker with a long blower. Jada Parker with their shoulders in the corner. Jada Parker puts Tatum Paxley in the ropes and hits a springboard seated splash. Jada Parker with an elbow drop to the back. Jada Parker stretches Tatum Paxley. Tatum Paxley escapes and reverses a suplex, and Tatum Paxley hits a near fall. Tatum Paxley with a roll up for a near fall. Tatum Paxley with a face buster, and she hits a running form or two. Tatum Paxley with an insecurity. Tatum Paxley with a crossbody into the corner. Tatum Paxley with a flip leg drop and a drop kick that to send Jada Parker to the floor. Tatum Paxley is held back by the referee, and Jada Parker throws one of her action figures into the ring. Tatum Paxley cries over the action figure, and Jada Parker with a running hip attack for the 3 count. The winner by the match, Jada Parker wins by pinfall. This was a decent match. After the match, Thea Hell goes out to Jada Parker and throws punches. Jada Parker gets out of the ring to escape Thea Hell. The feud between Jada Parker and Thea Hell is far from over. Let me take a sip of my water. Video package Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy says he never had a doubt he wouldn't be a winner. He makes his impact on NXT, and it starts tonight. Backstage, Jasper Troy. Jasper Troy walks in the back as we go to commercial break. All right, so we get the next match: Jasper Troy versus Dante Chen. And this was a solid match for what it was. But I already knew that Jasper Troy was going to win. I called it straight down the middle. They lock up, and Jasper Troy backs Dante Chen into the ropes. Jasper Troy blocks an Irish whip. Dante Chen with a side headlock. Jasper Troy sends Dante Chen to the apron, and he tries to send Dante Chen into the ring post, but Dante Chen blocks it. Dante Chen leaps over Jasper Troy, and he escapes a slam. Jasper Troy with a back body drop and a clothesline that sends Dante Chen over the top rope to the floor. Jasper Troy picks up Dante Chen and hot shots him on the apron. They return to the ring, and Jasper Troy with a near fall. Lock, lock in, lock, lock, and he hot shots Dante Chen. Troy with a splash in the corner and a back breaker, and he stretches Dante Chen over his knee. Dante Chen with knees to Jasper Troy to escape. Dante Chen with kicks. Dante Chen avoids a clothesline, and he kicks Jasper Troy. Dante Chen with a clothesline, but Jasper Troy does not move. Dante Chen with a flying form and insecurity. Dante Troy, Jasper Troy gets Dante Chen up, and Dante Chen with a tornado DDT. Dante Chen with a bicycle kick. Dante Chen sent for the Dragon Chop, and he hits it, but Jasper Troy bounces off the ropes, and he runs Dante Chen and follows with a spinning side slam for a 3 count. The winner of the match, Jasper Troy. That was a um that was a solid match. Alright. After the match, Obafemi music plays, and he is in the and he said H Balcon Balcon. Obafemi says he is impressed, and he wanted to show Jasper Troy to respect that Troy Jasper did not show him. Now that you have gotten his attention, your time is up. So backstage, no quarter catch crew. Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne are in the training room. Charlie Dempsey and Winston Clare showed up. Charlie Dempsey says they look strong in their matches, and they made the No Quarter Catch crew proud. But you lost a singles wrestler. Miles Bourne says he is not going backwards. He's proving himself. Charlie Dempsey says Miles Bourne is not ready to make his way through the division on his own. Miles Bourne says, if you can't beat Charlie Dempsey, does that mean he can go on his own? And Miles Bourne says, if he can beat Charlie Dempsey, that does mean he can go on his own. Charlie Dempsey agrees, but he wants a round match. All right, it's gonna be a swerve. It's gonna be a betrayal. I already know next week it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a betrayal. All right. In-ring All Ego Ethan Page, Javon Evans, and Lorenzo Kid Ray Phoenix. Alright, this was a pretty cool segment. The new men's North American champion, Ethan Page, is in the ring. He says he is the greatest NXT North American champion to be the NXT North American champion. He is not going to wait, and he is going to celebrate tonight. Javon Evans shows up, and he wants to know why why he wasn't invited. He says he is waiting for Ethan Page to pay for his injury. He says he doesn't know anyone. He doesn't know anyone less deserving to be champion. Javon Evans says he was talking to Ava, and and since there is World Collide, you will be defending that title against him. All Eagle Ethan Page says Javon Evans does not deserve a title match. He should put on his mask. Alright. Javon Evans says there are a lot of people gunning for Ethan Page. Ethan Page says this is person has hope tonight. Has hope too. Laredo Kid shows up in the crowd. He introduced himself, and he says he is the most complete luchador you'll see. He has won title in TNA and AAA. He is coming for the North American title. Ethan Page says this is not going to be a triple threat match. Um, Javon Evans says he's forgot about the other person in the ring. Ray Phoenix comes out. He says it is good to be in NXT. The passion and the spirit. Everyone has been telling him about it. He says just won the title, but you are going to lose. You're going to lose it at Worlds Collide and the Fatal 4-Way match. He says they will. He says he will bring the fire and burns you. This was a pretty good segment, in my opinion. All right, so we get backstage. Ava, Stevie Turner, and Robert Stone. All right, Robert Stone, Stevie Turner, and Ava are in office. Stevie Turner mentions Sean Legacy. Ava says he wants everyone to compete for the North America title. Ava says Sean Legacy will face the winner of the match at War Collide. All right, so we get backstage. Fatal Influence, and Stephanie McCure. Jacy Jayne walks in the back. Stephanie McCure walks through the hall of NXT superstars. All right, backstage. So we get Tatum Paxley, Zarya, Soroka, the Cullen. We are back, and Tatum Paxley is in the back and is crying. Soroka and Zarya shows up. Zarya says they hate to see Tatum Paxley like that, and they might be more alike than you think. She says she says a friend is coming around the corner. Soroka says there are there are to talk with there are to talk to there are to talk to her. I'm sorry. The Sean Spears Collective are in the background. You now I definitely promise him I could definitely see Tatum Paxley joining the calling. You know what I'm saying? I believe that Tatum Paxley is going to join the calling sometime soon. All right, it says right here. Next week's show card rundown. Next week, Mike Santana faces Trick Williams for the TNA World Title. Charlie Dempsey faces Miles Bourne in a rounds match. All right, so we get the main event of the evening. NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne defends against the Dark Devil Stephanie Valkyrie. This was the match of the night. You know what I'm saying? As you can tell by the title of the thumbnail. But this was the match of the night. Jacy Jayne attacks Stephanie McCure when she enters the ring. Jacy Jayne with forearms. Stephanie McCure blocks a slap, and Stephanie McCure with a slap and kick Stephanie McCure with a head scissors into a roll up for a near fall. Stephanie McCure with a kick and a race lock takedown. Stephanie McCure with a leg sweep and cover. Jacy Jayne with a leg sweep and covers. Stephanie McCure with the forearms in a snap mirror in it. And it is time for a Booker to get excited, but the excitement is pre pre premature premature since Jacy Jayne escapes. Jacy Jayne with a back suplex for a near fall. Jacy Jayne with a kick to the back and a third kick to the head to the head for a near fall. Jacy Jayne with an Irish whip and a hip into the corner. Jacy Jayne with a suplex for a near fall. Jacy Jayne with an Irish whip and Stephanie McCure with a boot, and she sends Jacy Jayne into the turnbuckles. D- Dells, Del- Dells and Tormenta Chick Tormenta get on the apron, and Lola Vice stop them. They fought on the floor. They fought on the floor, but security stops them. Jacy Jayne with their roll up for a near fall. Stephanie McCure with a super kick and a tiger fin kick. Stephanie McCure with a springboard crossbody for a near fall. Jacy Jayne goes for a sunset flip, and Stephen McHugh blocks it and raises the eye. Stephen McHugh gets a near fall. Jacy Jayne with a forearm, and Stephen McHugh fires back. Stephen McHugh with an Irish whip, but Jacy Jayne with a back elbow. Jacy Jayne with a neck breaker, and Stephen McHugh goes to the floor. Jacy Jayne with a kick from the apron. They return to the ring and Jacy Jayne kicks Stephanie McCure. Jacy Jayne with a cannonball into the corner for a near fall. Jacy Jayne with a weird chin lock. Jacy Jayne slams Stephanie McCure's head into the mat, and she returns to the weird chin lock. Stephanie McCure backs Jacy Jayne into the corner. Jacy Jayne with a hip with a hip into the corner, and she missed a second one. Stephanie McHugh with a sunset flip, but Jacy Jayne rolls through and kicks Stephanie McHugh. Jacy Jayne punches Stephanie McHugh and gets a near fall. Jacy Jayne with a knee to the midsection and she gets Stephanie McHugh on her shoulders. Stephanie McHugh gets into her feet. Jacy Jayne with a wraparound back breaker. Stephanie McHugh with a to the world back breaker and a second one. Both women go for hair base takedowns and they are down. Stephanie McHugh with a slap and Jacy Jayne slaps back. Stephanie McHugh with a headbutt. Stephanie McHugh would eat the feet and she follows with a clothesline into the corner. Stephanie McHugh with a hip into into the corner and they running double knee strike. Stephanie Mercury gets a near fall. Stephanie Mercury with a back slide, but Jacy Jayne rolls through and with a knee to connects with their knee for a near fall. Jacy Jayne missed a cannonball. Stephanie Mercury with a dragon screw in the ropes, and Jacy Jayne goes to the floor. Jacy Jayne trips Stephanie Mercury to pull her on the floor. Stephanie Mercury blocks a kick, and she gets Jacy Jayne on her shoulders, and she sends Jacy Jayne face first into the apron. Stephanie Mercury sends Jacy Jayne into the ring steps. Stephanie Mercury with a butterfly code breaker, and she sets for SBB, but finally Haley gets on the apron. Stephanie McCure sends Jacy Jayne into fallen Haley, and Stephanie McCure sends Jacy Jayne to the floor with a super kick. Fallen Haley and Jacy Jayne argue, and Jasmine tries to calm them down. They push Jasmine and Stephanie McCure with a crossbody off the turnbuckles onto Fallen Haley and Jacy Jayne. They return to the ring, and Stephanie Mercury with a belly to back suplex, and she gets ready for the booger booger special. Stephanie Mercury is put on the tables, but Jacy Jayne Stephanie Mercury. It says turnbuckles, but Jacy Jayne, Stephanie Mercury with a triangle to the ropes, and Jasmine distracts the referee, following Haley with a kick around the ring post to Stephanie Mercury. Jacy Jayne with a rolling elbow for the 3 count. The winner by pinfall and your new NXT Women's Champion Jacy Jayne. This match was fantastic, but Jacy Jayne dethroned Stephanie Mercury to become your new NXT Women's Champion. This was a shocker of the night. And Stephanie Mercury was NXT Women's Champion for 70 days. But Stephanie Mercury put up a great fight against Jacy Jayne, man. This was a good match between Jacy Jayne and Stephanie Mercury for the NXT Women's Champion. Now I can see Stephanie Mercury being caught up to the main roster. She goes to SmackDown to be with Julia, or she gonna go to Monday Night Raw, because I want to see Io Sky and Stephanie Mercury running back, because that match was fantastic on Raw until Julia and Roxanne Perez messed it up. But I want to see Io Sky and Stephanie Mercury running back if Stephanie Mercury gets caught up to the main roster and she lands it on Raw. I want to see Io Sky and Stephanie Mercury running back. That's all I gotta say. All right, and WWE NXT goes off the air. All right. Now in my honest opinion, I thought it was going to be I thought Fatal Influence was going to be done when Fallen Hanley and Jacy Jayne pushed Jasmine. So I thought Fatal Influence was going to be done, but it was just a swerve. So we got played, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for coming out to my 3-hour live stream for my WWE NXT live reactions. Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights. That was my live stream. I did a live stream for 3 hours, and I know who came to my live stream in my chat, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat that came to my live stream for 3 hours, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. This means the world to me. But anyway, let me get my let me say this. Now, WWE NXT was a good show, and I give it an 8.5 out of 10. It really cooked Monday Night Raw, and it's gonna definitely gonna cook SmackDown and AEW. I guarantee you. And I cannot wait to see the ratings for WWE NXT. All right, as you can tell by the title of the thumbnail, man. If you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review and highlights, Jacy Jayne, crown NXT Women's Champion. Shocker. That is the title of this video and the title of the thumbnail. If you guys enjoy my WWE NXT review and highlights, Jacy Jayne, crown NXT Women's Champion. Shocker. Make sure you guys please watch the video make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning all the way towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content that I do on the channel. When it comes to me doing wrestling reviews, I give you guys the full review, not the half of my review. Follow my social media down below in the description, and I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. This your boy Bigboysnacksjonnytv, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty to go around. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang. And let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think of WWE NXT because it was a good show and I give it 8.5 out of 10. Let me know down below in the comment section what is your best, what is the best highlight, what is the best and worst highlight of the night on NXT? Um, in my opinion, I did not expect Stephanie McCure was going to drop the NXT Women's Champion to Jayne just like that. But like I said, congratulations to Jayne. It was it was the shocking moment of the night. But I thought that Stephanie McCure was going to retain, but it didn't happen. But Stephanie McCure has been NXT Women's Champion for 70 days. And I can see Stephanie McCure is going to be caught up to the main roster. It's either she go to SmackDown to be with Julia, or Stephanie McCure is going to be caught up to the main roster to be on Monday Night Raw because I definitely want to see Io Sky versus Stephanie McCure again to run it back. Now that is going to be a good match, and that's all I gotta say. I hope I see Stephanie McCure on Monday Night Raw. Either or, no matter where Stephanie McCure, no matter what Stephanie McCure goes, it's either SmackDown or Raw. I got nothing but respect for Stephanie McCure because Stephanie McCure is a great wrestler. She's talented from inside and outside the ring. Put some respect on Stephanie McCure's name, even though that she lost tonight. But hats off to Stephanie McCure and Jacy Jayne. All right. When Jacy Jayne did dethrone Stephanie McCure to become your new NXT Women's Champion in a shocking moment, the crowd was shocked. The crowd was shocked, man, and I was shocked too. I thought that Fatal Influence was going to be done for, but it turns out to be a swerve. But I guarantee you that Fallen Haley is going to turn on Jacy Jayne and Fallen and it's going to turn on Jacy Jayne and Jasmine Nick because they're gonna have to go their separate since Jacy Jayne is now the NXT Women's Champion. I guarantee you that Jasmine Nick and Fallen Haley is going to turn on Jacy Jayne sometime soon. But it is what it is. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And thank you guys so much for tuning in into my WWE NXT review and highlights. Jacy Jayne crown the NXT Women's Champion. Shocker. And thank you guys so much for tuning in to my live stream for my WWE NXT Watch Along live reactions. Mike Santana versus Tavion Heights in that 3-hour live stream. Thank you guys so much, man. I gladly appreciate it. Make sure you guys run my videos, run my playlist, man, because I am a grinder on YouTube, and that's all I gotta say. And make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I'll put my Twitch link. I'll put the link to my Twitch down below in the description. And join my Discord by itself too. And that's all I gotta say, man. And that's all I gotta say. And yeah, thank you guys so much, man. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my I'll see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. And hopefully I can pick up my retro game from GameStop as well too. Because I feel like I want to play some retro games live on Twitch on Thursday. So anyway, I'll see you Thursday on Twitch when I get my retro gaming. My retro game from GameStop, man. I want to show you guys what retro games I'm gonna be playing. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna have fun, man. And I got 52 followers over there on Twitch, man. And all I gotta do is get three viewers, three viewers in the chat at the same time, just to become affiliate. So I told you guys when I got affiliate before in 2019 until I lost my first Twitch. So I wasn't banned on Twitch. I just lost my first Twitch, even though I got affiliate. But I'm glad I make my second Twitch. I'm going to get affiliate again. So I'm going to get affiliate twice in 1 year. So when I get affiliate for the second time on Twitch, put some respect on my name because I am a grinder on Twitch as well too. And you guys going to see that. You know what I'm saying? I love my community on YouTube just like I love my community on Twitch, man. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. I'm going to continue to listen to the community on YouTube and Twitch, and that's all I gotta say. Because at the end of the day, nobody's perfect. We are human beings. We gotta act like we got some sense. Even though that we may not like each other, we gotta get along. At this point, we gotta come. It's all about coming together. And I'm just speaking the truth from the bottom of my heart, and I'm not afraid to let my feelings out. So I'm just gonna be real. I just had to put this out there. But anyway, I'm gonna edit this video and I'm gonna premiere this video at 4 o'clock a.m. So I hope I see you guys. I hope I see you guys there in my world premiere for my WWE NXT review and highlights. Just like you guys was there in my live stream earlier today for 3 hours. The same people that's in my live stream, I want the same people from my live stream into my world premiere in my chat. And I'm expecting more than 3 people to watch my world premiere. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my AEW Dynamite review or highlights. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.